Does your mind ever feel like a room filled with cluttered thoughts, where finding peace seems next to impossible? Let's paint a picture. Imagine a room crammed from floor to ceiling with objects, each representing a thought, a worry, a responsibility, an obligation. There's an overwhelming sense of chaos, isn't there? This room, it's an analogy for our minds. A cluttered mind is like a cluttered room filled with unnecessary items where you can barely move, let alone find anything. It's a space that's crowded with thoughts, anxieties, and worries where peace of mind feels like a far-off dream. Consider the stress that a cluttered room brings. The constant tripping over items, the frustration of not being able to locate what you need, the pressure of knowing there's a mess to clean up. Now think about how that translates to a cluttered mind. The stress of juggling multiple thoughts and responsibilities, the frustration of not being able to focus, the pressure of unresolved issues and unmet expectations. A cluttered mind can cause anxiety. It's like being in a room where every item is screaming for your attention, causing you to flit from one to another, never truly able to focus or relax. It's a state of constant mental noise where silence and peace are drowned out by the incessant chatter of thoughts. And just as a cluttered room can be difficult to navigate, so too is a cluttered mind. It's hard to find peace in a space that's filled with chaos. It's hard to think clearly when your mind is crowded with thoughts. It's hard to focus on what truly matters when you're constantly distracted by the noise of your own thoughts. But what if there was a way to declutter this room, to clear away the unnecessary, to create space, to bring order to the chaos? What if there was a way to bring the same sense of calm and tranquility to your mind? Imagine if there was a way to declutter this room, to clear your mind and create space for peace and tranquility. Have you ever considered minimalism as a tool for achieving peace of mind? Let's take a moment to delve into the concept of minimalism. Minimalism isn't a one-size-fits-all concept. Instead, it's a philosophy that encourages you to find value in less, thereby fostering contentment and peace. At its core, minimalism is about reducing excess. It's about removing the unnecessary, the distractions, the clutter, be it physical or mental, and keeping only what truly brings value to our lives. It's not merely about having fewer possessions, although that's often a part of it. Rather, it's about making intentional decisions about what to keep and what to let go. The principles of minimalism extend beyond the physical realm. It's not just about decluttering your home or your workspace, but also about decluttering your thoughts, your commitments, and your time. It's about focusing on what truly matters, discarding the rest, and creating space for peace, joy, and fulfillment. Imagine your mind as a room filled with objects, thoughts, worries, plans, dreams. Over time, this room can become cluttered with unnecessary items, leaving you feeling overwhelmed and stressed. But what if you could declutter this room? What if you could remove the items that are no longer serving you, making space for clarity and peace? That's the power of minimalism. It's not about deprivation or living with the bare minimum. It's about making conscious choices and cultivating an environment, both physically and mentally, that supports your well-being and happiness. It's about realizing that less can indeed be more, and that by simplifying, we can create a life of greater quality and meaning. It's like cleaning out that cluttered room, removing the unnecessary and keeping only what brings value and joy. So as we continue this journey, let's consider how we can apply the principles of minimalism to our own lives, creating space for peace of mind. What benefits can minimalism bring to your life and your state of mind? Let's dive right into it. One of the most significant advantages of embracing a minimalist lifestyle is the reduction of stress. Imagine a space where everything has its place, where you're not constantly tripping over clutter, both physically and metaphorically. It's soothing, isn't it? That's what minimalism can offer. When you minimize your possessions, you're not just decluttering your physical space, you're also decluttering your mind. You're freeing up mental energy that was previously spent on managing and worrying about stuff. As a result, your stress levels decrease and you feel more at ease. The second benefit of minimalism is increased focus. With fewer distractions around you, it's easier to concentrate on the task at hand. Whether it's a work project, a hobby, or even just a good book, minimalism allows you to fully immerse yourself in the moment. Imagine a world where you're not constantly interrupted by a buzzing phone, a cluttered desk, or an overcrowded schedule. That's the world that minimalism can help you create. Next, let's talk about free time. When you're not constantly buying, organizing, or cleaning stuff, you have more time for things that truly matter to you. This could be spending quality time with loved ones, pursuing a passion, or simply enjoying a moment of quiet solitude. The minimalist lifestyle is not about depriving yourself, rather it's about making space for more meaningful experiences. And finally, the overarching benefit of minimalism is peace of mind. When you simplify your life, you're not just getting rid of physical clutter, you're also eliminating unnecessary worries, distractions, and obligations. This creates a sense of calm and tranquility that permeates every aspect of your life. With less clutter in your mind and in your life, there's more room for peace, joy, and things that truly matter. So why not give minimalism a try and see how it can transform your life? How does minimalism lead to peace of mind? This is a question that many of us have pondered. The answer lies in the very essence of minimalism itself. Minimalism is not just about owning fewer things, it's about reducing the clutter and distractions that cloud our minds and our lives. Imagine your mind as a room. Now imagine this room is filled with all sorts of items, furniture, decorations, knickknacks, and so on. It's so full that it's hard to move around, hard to think, hard to breathe. This is akin to a cluttered mind, filled with worries, fears, and tasks that are constantly vying for our attention. Now imagine removing some of these items. As you do, the room starts to open up. There's more space to move, more air to breathe. You can see things more clearly. This is what minimalism does for our minds. By reducing the clutter in our lives, we reduce the clutter in our minds. We create space for clarity, for focus, for peace. A minimalist lifestyle encourages us to focus on what truly matters, on what brings us joy and fulfillment. It's about removing the excess so we can appreciate the essential. When we do this, we find that our minds are less burdened, less anxious. We can think more clearly, make decisions more easily, and live with greater intention. And this in turn leads to a sense of peace. There's a tranquility that comes from knowing you have exactly what you need, and nothing more. It's a calm that stems from the absence of chaos and confusion. The noise and distractions fade away, leaving a serene silence in their place. Minimalism is not about deprivation. It's about liberation. Liberation from the unnecessary, the distracting, the burdensome. It's about creating a life that reflects our values, our passions, our dreams. It's about living with purpose and intention and finding peace in simplicity. Minimalism is like a breath of fresh air for your mind, clearing out the fog and allowing you to see and appreciate the beauty of life more clearly. So, can minimalism really help achieve peace of mind? Let's revisit what we've discussed so far to answer this question. We started our journey by exploring the concept of the cluttered mind. We've all experienced the overwhelming feeling of having too many thoughts, too many things, too much noise. It's like standing in the middle of a crowded room with everyone talking at once. It's stressful, it's chaotic, and it's far from peaceful. Then we delved into the principles of minimalism. It's not about having less for the sake of having less. Rather, it's about making intentional choices to only surround ourselves with things that add value to our lives. It's about saying no to the excess and yes to the essential. It's about choosing quality over quantity and purpose over possession. Next, we discussed the benefits of minimalism. Not only does it free up physical space, but it also clears mental space. By reducing the number of things we have to worry about or take care of, we can focus more on what truly matters. We can spend more time on our passions, our relationships, our personal growth. We can live more with less. Finally, we connected the dots between minimalism and peace of mind. When our surroundings are clear, our minds are clear. When our minds are clear, we can think more effectively, make better decisions, and feel more at ease. We can find joy in simplicity and tranquility in decluttering. We can find peace in minimalism. So to answer our opening question, yes, minimalism can indeed help achieve peace of mind. It's not a one-size-fits-all solution, and it's not an overnight transformation, but it's a journey worth embarking on, a lifestyle worth embracing, a mindset worth cultivating. The journey to peace of mind doesn't have to be complicated. Sometimes it's about removing the unnecessary and focusing on the essential. That's the beauty of minimalism.